Hey everybody, this is Joshua Tucker, the tendonitis expert. And this video is about the 3 critical elements of an effective tendonitis treatment. Now you've probably tried other treatments like rest and corticosteroid injections and physical therapy and splints and braces, etc. But that didn't work. And that kind of tells you that that was not an effective tendonitis treatment for you. Good news, bad news, kind of the name of the game is you just have to do some trial and error to find what works. Having said that, some things are more likely to work than others. For instance, rest will never, ever, ever fix tendonitis because it just can't. Corticosteroid injections won't fix tendonitis because it can't. Splints and braces won't fix tendonitis because it can't. So those are not effective tendonitis treatments. So when I talk about tendonitis, I mean both wrist tendonitis or knee tendonitis or Achilles tendonitis or ankle tendonitis or any other tendonitis. Hamstring tendonitis doesn't matter. Tendonitis is tendonitis no matter where it shows up. So when I'm talking about effective tendonitis treatment, the treatment is the same with small variation for the actual anatomy involved. So there's 3 critical elements of an effective tendonitis treatment. The first is you must focus on the cause of the symptoms. Unfortunately, doctors and physical therapists, etc., they focus on symptoms. If you hurt right here, then they're going to focus their efforts right there. If you hurt right here, for instance, right there, they're going to focus all their attention on that spot right there. So maybe you need surgery on that spot. Maybe you need a wrist or a splint to keep movement from causing friction or repetitive strain on that spot. Maybe you need to rest so that that spot doesn't get irritated. Unfortunately, that's just not going to give you the results you're looking for. Focusing on the symptoms will never, ever, ever get you the results you want. Or it might occasionally, but it's safe enough to say that focusing on the symptoms isn't going to give you the results you want. But what will is focusing on the cause. What is causing pain right here? What exactly is causing pain right here? Once you know what's causing the pain, then you can get rid of it. And that leads us to number 2, the second critical factor. You need to know that tendonitis is made up of multiple factors. 3 primary factors. Again, doesn't matter whether it's the knee or the Achilles or anywhere else, these 3 multiple factors are at play, and they are causing your pain and problem. The first is muscle and tissue tightness. Second is inflammation. Third is nutritional insufficiency, meaning you don't have enough nutrition that your body needs to do what it needs to do. So in every scenario of tendonitis, there is a tendonitis dynamic made up of these 3 factors. Tightness of muscle and connective tissue, inflammation, which is chronic inflammation, and not enough nutrition. All 3 of these work together to cause pain and problem. Part of knowing what an effective tendonitis treatment entails is knowing that you have to deal with all 3 of these. If you just get rid of some tightness, then the inflammation and the nutritional insufficiency is going to create more tightness, and the pain and problem is just going to come back. Again, focusing on the cause of the tendonitis, not the symptoms, these work together and are the cause of your tendonitis symptoms. So nutritional insufficiency, inflammation, and muscle and connective tissue tightness are the cause of your tendonitis symptoms. The third critical factor you need to know if you want to effectively treat your tendonitis is that you have to effectively deal with each of those 3 factors. So if you have pain here in your Achilles, you have tightness, you have inflammation, and you have nutritional insufficiency. You have to get rid of all 3 of them. Get rid of the tightness, get rid of the inflammation, and correct the nutritional insufficiency if you want the pain to go away. If you only do a little bit, let's start over. If you only do, let's say you need this much. No, that's not good. Let's say you need, we'll just arbitrarily, let's say there's a bucket for each. And if you only do this much of this one and this much of this one and none of this one, then you're not going to get the results you want. You're not going to effectively get rid of your tendonitis. If you get rid of the tendonitis completely, but only do a little bit of inflammation and a little bit of nutritional insufficiency, as I mentioned before, the tightness is just going to come back because these three work together. The inflammation and the nutritional insufficiency will create more tightness. So you need to use a treatment that effectively, completely deals with the tightness, deals effectively and completely with the inflammation, and completely corrects the nutritional insufficiency. If you don't completely correct the nutritional insufficiency, then you'll still have nutritional insufficiency, and that will be causing more tendonitis dynamic, whether that's maintain what's there or make it worse, or if you got a little better, it will bring you back to your normal pain and problem. So those are the three factors, the three critical elements that make up an effective tendonitis treatment. You have to focus on the cause, not the symptom. You have to understand that tendonitis is made up of multiple factors, and you need to effectively deal with each factor. You must get rid of the tightness, get rid of the inflammation and the triggers of inflammation, and correct the nutritional insufficiency if you want your tendonitis to go away. So if you'd like to find out more about tendonitis treatment, go ahead and visit my website, tendonitisexpert.com, and find the appropriate page. Additionally, if you want an effective treatment, then find one of my reversing tendonitis products, whether it's wrist tendonitis or Achilles tendonitis. I have various products that show you exactly what you need to do to effectively treat your tendonitis.